This film aims to introduce you to the day-to-day workings of an RCI laboratory. So let's start by learning a little bit about the responsibilities of an RCI lab. RCI stands for Red Cell Immunohematology and is made up of a network of laboratories all across England. We have Filton, Birmingham, Liverpool, Newcastle, Barnsley, Colindale and Tooting. By working together, and with hospitals, RCI provides safe blood for patients that require blood transfusions, organ and stem cell transplants. By using specialist knowledge of blood grouping serology, RCI are able to work around the clock to conduct complex pre-transfusion investigations. Now we know a little bit about who RCI are, let's take a closer look at one of their laboratories. Welcome to the Red Cell Immunohematology Lab in Filton. Today we're going to be looking around one of our labs and talking to some of the people who work there. Meet Karen. Karen is a National Training Manager and she's going to be taking us on a little tour to show us what goes on in an NHSBT RCI laboratory.
So here we are at sample reception. This is where we get samples from across the country. Once the samples arrive, they get booked onto our systems and we take great care to ensure that every sample is properly identified and tracked. Once the information is loaded onto our systems, what happens next depends on the investigations required. We investigate complex patient cases which can be very time-consuming, sometimes taking hours to resolve. So let's take a look at where this happens. A lot of our work is centred around antibody investigations, and this is to ensure compatibility between our donors and our patients requiring blood. We also provide testing and monitoring services for our antenatal ladies, and this allows us to monitor the quantity of antibody in the plasma of mum-to-be. This is important because the antibody could potentially affect fetal development and could be fatal.
In order to do this, RCI scientists use a mixture of automated instrumentation and hands-on methods at the bench. So let's take a look at some of these methods now.
So this machine, which you can see and probably hear, is used for standard blood grouping for ABO, RH and K, and also to resolve basic antibody investigations. More complex investigations are done at the bench, and if you follow me, I'll show you where that is. Now we're at the bench where more complex investigations are carried out and require scientists to think for themselves and apply their scientific knowledge. It's very much up to us to decide on further testing required to resolve a case. We make use of microcolumn and tube technology and have a huge variety of reagents at our disposal that are not available at hospitals.
RCI resolve the majority of their referred cases, but in the rare situation where this isn't possible, samples are sent to the International Blood Group Reference Laboratory at Filton. Once a case has been resolved, it's reported in a designated area, away from distractions. Here, the information is uploaded onto our system, which makes it available to our nation's hospitals.
The work here we do is vital, and we provide a 24-hour service to ensure our patients are cared for both day and night.
Now you've seen a little of what RCI do, Karen's going to have a small chat with some of the people who make this a reality.
My name is Kusiwa Makanza. I'm a senior biomedical scientist based in RCI, Tooting, South London. I trained to be a biomedical scientist in Zimbabwe at the University of Zimbabwe. So we did a 4-year degree course which consisted of 3 years theory and exams and 1 placement year. In my placement year, I rotated around various disciplines of biomedical science, which included histology, microbiology, hematology, and transfusion. I've worked in a variety of jobs. First of all, I worked in a private laboratory doing various disciplines within biomedical science. Then I've also worked in the donation testing laboratory, screening donations, to check for transfusion-transmissible infections as well as blood grouping. So working in RCI kind of makes me feel like a detective because I can apply my scientific knowledge, use reagents and resolve cases that are complex. So yeah, it's kind of like solving a puzzle and it makes me feel satisfied at the end of the day.
My name is Kaja Guled and I am the Senior Biomedical Science in RCI Orientation.
So Kaja, tell me about your degree.
I did my degree in Middlesex University and it was a biomedical science degree and it's near Colindale NHSBT site. It was the theory of the antibody-antigen reactions and the immunology side that I enjoyed, and actually that you can save someone's life. I love working in patient cases because I feel like everything that I do will contribute in helping that patient. So my little involvement in trying to resolve their case is the satisfaction that I'm helping the patient. There's a couple of things that I like about my job. The team that we have is great. We work in an excellent team. The communication's good and we have fun. And also the fact that we're a bit geeky on zoology, so it's a bonus. What I enjoy more is the manual techniques, and the reason being is because I'm using my hands and I'm using my brain to resolve the case, so it's an element of excitement to it. The challenging parts of the job is there are some days that we have quite a lot of workload, but the good thing is that we're a good team and we support each other, and if someone's stuck in a case or needs help, then we're there for each other to help each other out.
I did my undergraduate degree at St. George's just across the road, and NHSBT supported me to do that degree there. My advice for future biomedical scientist or trainee, if you join NHSBT, the training is always there. So they give you adequate training, lectures is there, the SOP are quite easy to follow, and before they will put you with real cases, they will give you the training and they will make sure you're confident before you go on work on live sample.